Already! Welcome to this next game. Playing the orange playing the orange Protoss action movie, playing the blue Protoss Timon321. Okay guys, I'm back. Yeah, hopefully. So if everything is working fine, then I will be able to cast these games again. Well, I had so I had some technical difficulties. In the previous games I were commenting, somehow the recording got screwed up, and it started the recording, everything was fine, and then after a certain time the sound just got screwed up, so there was a noise in the background, and my voice was not recognizable, so to say. So it was just really noisy in the background. I don't know what happened. And then I tried everything, like bought a new headset, tried different settings, but nothing worked out, so I wasn't able to do comments, and I just got bored of that. So I mean I was just fed up with that, and didn't care. I was just playing StarCraft, and nothing happened, so to say. And then one of my friends, Jace, who is orange by the way, so check out his channel. He's RGB StarCraft casts. That's his channel. So he's also commenting games, fastest map games. So he was advising me to try OBS as a program. Long time ago. I forgot about that, but recently this just came to my mind, so I downloaded this new software and I'm just trying it out, so we will see how it goes. So yeah, I didn't really make any tests, and this is the first game I am commenting now. I hope everything is fine as regards quality goes. I got a new microphone. If this doesn't work, I will get a new one, so there is always a solution to everything, but I'm really hoping that this will work out, because I was already missing the comments. So this is a PvP, it's a setup matchup, so the guys, blue player wanted to pick, and an ActionMovie also wanted to pick as well, just to be fair, so to say. So we have a PvP here, and then two zealots are on the way harassing the probes of the blue player. This is a usual thing in one-on-ones, and of course in 2v2s as well, that the Protoss player sends the first two zealots to the enemy and just starts killing probes and the workers. But this dodge is a must here, and the blue player managed to dodge the attack, but the harassment is going on. New zealots are coming, and blue is not really paying attention here, although he built an extra nexus and a cannon, which indicates that he has economy, of course. But still, this harassment just slows him down, so he cannot really focus on the strat he wants to play. It's always nice to just come with your first units and disturb the enemy, so he cannot really focus. He's losing mining time, and he also has to micro, and so on. Okay, two extra nexus there, so... Okay, ActionMovie, it's a nice name actually, because it can also mean genre, or a movie type, so to say, ActionMovie. But it can also refer to two Korean players, Action and Movie, who are... Action is a Zerg player and Movie is a Protoss player, so... This can also mean that, but I am not sure about this. Yeah, mate, if you are just watching this, please confirm whether this is just a movie I mean, yeah, action movie or porno movie or or the name of the Korean guys mixed together. Okay, I think Orange will go on with drops. I mean, goons. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, as soon as I saw Cybernetic score spinning, I just realized that it should be, or it would be, goons with range, or upgrade, air defense upgrade for the shuttles, but it will be a bit stupid. Anyway, Zealots are engaging, and Blue has a bit more there, but he decides to retreat as soon as more and more reinforcements arrive from ActionMovie. Alright, so the goons are now arriving, and ActionMovie wants to decide this game without going into the drops phase of the game, where the Protoss players start to drop each other and killing the economy of the other player. So ActionMovie wants to avoid that right now, and goes on with the attack using goons and zealots, which is really nice. So zealots take the initial attack, also take damage, and the goons in the background can shoot, of course, the zealots. Okay, well, Blue had superior forces, I mean, in as regards numbers go, and he had more units, more zealots. But of course, soon ActionMovie will have more, as Timon spent a lot of money on the spent money on the 2 extra nexus. So he's a bit lagging behind, and ActionMovie has more units at the moment, but he has to hurry because, well, sooner or later Blue will have the possibility to make use of his greater economy, and will be able to get lots of units or more units. But if goons are microed well, then of course they can win the game. So all Orange has to do now is just to micro these goons against the zealots, which... Okay, so now goons are coming from multiple directions, and he's just microing those. This is what he has to do. If he wants to win this game fast, then he just has to micro these goons, and he's doing that really nicely. Goons are microed well, and I think these zealots without speed won't really be able to do anything against the goons. Okay, so now these goons are really on top of Timon, who is losing probes, losing pylons, and he's just trying to send these zealots, but they won't really do wonders, as the micro of the goons solve the problem easily. But the DT here can change the game now, because ActionMovie doesn't have an observer, and I think yeah, he has just discovered now the DT, but still he did a really huge damage to the economy of the blue player, who lost probes and also lost lots of pylons. And now the main is being attacked. He won't be able to take it down, but still he can just do it. So he can start lowering the HP and doing some damage. Okay, so Blue has survived for the moment, and for the time being, Orange just needs an observer quickly. Okay, I think he just did a mistake. I think Orange just made a mistake here by starting 2 Templar Archives. I think he wanted to start a robo. Yeah. But he misclicked, or yeah. So he didn't start a robo, but started a Templar Archives. Okay, this is really bad for him, so he has to retreat to the cannons just to survive. And right now he started robo. Yep, and cancelled the Templar Archives. So yeah, a bit of a misclick there, or wrong hotkey was used by accident, so Blue just managed to save some, or get some time. So he can focus on getting back to the game, but it will be really hard for him. Orange will have more units and probably better upgrades. Both of them are upgrading right now, so Blue has already won, and Orange doesn't have any upgrades yet. This is the most annoying DT ever. And I am sure Orange is really angry about this mistake with the 2 Templar Archives. But anyway, Observatory is on the way, so in 1 minute he will be safe. And until that, of course, the cannons can just save him. Yeah, okay, Blue is just trying to close him, and really good timing with the attack. So Jace excuse me, wanted to come outside, and it's a really nice decision, because well, okay, the DTs just stopped the army of him, and he couldn't really stop the cannons. So right now he will be closed, and these DTs are a big problem for him until the observer arrived. So right now it's okay for him. He can start fighting the DTs as well. DTs are going down, and he can now start to focus on the attack, which he's doing right now. Maybe it's a bit early to come outside, but anyway, he has lots of Templars, so he can make use of the storms. Yes, the cannons were enough, so Blue managed to survive owing to the cannons. He's adding some more, so in the background he can just focus on the economy and upgrades and drops. Two observers are moving outside and trying to check what the enemy has there at the choke point, which is really crucial. So he needs to get outside and should not let Blue mass cannon outside of his base, do cannons. Okay, this will transition into a longer, late game. The drops phase will come now. Well, keep in mind this could have finished much earlier, but thanks to the DTs, Blue managed to survive, and as a consequence, the guys are now preparing for the next section of the game, or next phase, which is the drop phase. Because fastest map, most of the players say that fastest map is about drops, and drops decide games, and this fact is true. So I can say that of course this is true. if you keep dropping the enemy, then of course without a good economy you are not able to stay for long in the game. But of course there are different factors, and even if you are dropped, then you can still win the games, of course, if the other player is not able to multitask in the background. So if they are really focusing on the drops and they are not they are not paying attention to the macro, of course, then they might not win the game, of course, just with drops. But of course, if a player is able to drop well, then well, it should very nicely done here. So okay, oh my god, nice drops. So blue basically lost most of his probes from the minerals and gas as well. So what I wanted to say is that if a player who is able to drop nicely and well effectively, it should indicate that they are able to do multitasking and pay attention to their macro and be able to make mass units in the background while dropping and so on. And Orange is such a player, so he's dropping right now. I mean, he's going on with drops, but he can still, or he's still able to focus to the background and make units and so on. So he will be able to win this game with the drops. Okay, he decides on dropping zealots. So yeah, those shuttles were equipped with zealots who are now just coming and killing whatever they can. He's focusing on the cannons, of course. He just wants to get rid of the drop defense, and then after that he will be able to make the drops more easily. Okay, well, the best option will be to get some reavers and break this choke with reavers. But right now he is focusing on drops more. Okay, 212 upgrade for blue, and the same for orange. Okay, that's nice. More and more cannons are being built. Blue just wants to save money for the cannons right now, so he's just gathering up minerals to build cannons, and also he's getting back probes. And he's preparing for a drop now. He's just sending down the goons here just to discover anything. For example, a drop observer, excuse me. So he managed to catch the observer. So right now Orange won't be able to discover any drops ahead. But right now the reavers are coming outside, and Blue is sending the drop now, but he also has to focus here because the reavers will come outside soon, so he's sending goons, and the drop is just coming right now. So let's see if he manages to use the shot. Oh, okay, so there were enough cannons to finish the shuttle in time, and he didn't really manage to unload those units. Okay, meanwhile this was happening, Orange managed to do a newer drop. So Blue lost probes again. His economy is really behind, so he doesn't really have much minerals, doesn't have much or many probes. So right now he really has to buy time if he wants to survive this and get back into the game. He needs to survive now. Okay, so ActionMovie is focusing more on drops and defense because he has lots of cannons, but he doesn't have that much or have that many So basically he's utilizing these gateways as much as he can. He's really pumping units from these, and of course he's dropping in the background. He wants to keep blue honest and doesn't want him to get big. Okay, a newer drop is prepared now. Many units are packed, but this observer was able to spot, if blue paid attention, then he was able to spot this. So yeah, he's just preparing now, and these Corsairs are set, so he's expecting the drop. He wants to be prepared. But ActionMovie is also prepared, because this observer here sees this, but he still sends these shuttles. Yeah, because he didn't want to send them right to the main. He's just unloading everything here at the corner, top corner of the base of the blue player, who has most of his units there. Oh my god, okay, that alone was enough to finish the game. That's it. GG.